Ready? Begin. Mr. Speaker, I am thankful to the honorable members of this House for their kind cooperation in varying degrees as well as their kind and partial support to our textile policy. My gratitude is full, total and unqualified. I agree with the House, including the critics of the government in general. It is time that we go deep into the diagnosis of the maladies before the endemic disease that we see threatens our entire textile industry. Not only the sickness needs to be monitored, as it is high time that advance action is taken by us and a proper form and proper machinery is created well in advance. It is all the more important because this is an industry in which a sizable percentage of our manufacturing activity is performed and included. It is also more important because of an equally sizable percent of our imports constitutes extremes and comes from this sector. It is also important because it supplies a vital need of the common man and it has become more necessary and essential. A sizable section of this industry is now in the public sector. With this background, before going into the details, I will now try to my best to answer the several questions raised here. I would like to go into the broader picture of the whole industry, which is necessary to understand the situation in the proper perspective. Unless these are understood, we will not be in a position to appreciate them intelligibly. Nevertheless, there are also two broad categories in which I think we should analyze the problem. One is the economic factor, which is objective, and the other is the managerial factor, which has further to be checked. It has to be further divided into problems of private sector and those of public sector. In the economic factor, we will have to go into the problems, and as ministers, we must see that the demand and the objection we are facing in the export front and the infrastructural trends. In the managerial sector, so far as the private sector is concerned, the area where every member has expressed his opinion in the concern in the flight of capital and the reluctance for public sector, everybody has mentioned about the efficiency and other connected matters. I should think that, however, we will have to go into the production aspects. Many of the speakers pointed out that the workers' role has to be appreciated in a big way in the public sector. This being the broad parameter in which we have to analyze the whole textile industry, I will make my comments on some of the vital aspects. I shall try to speak as short as possible while trying to cover such a vast subject and the issues of the textile industry. I shall cover as many points as possible. So far as raw materials are concerned, we have cotton. Apart from that, there is man-made fiber. A large quantity of our cotton is grown in non-irrigated area. Therefore, the raw material availability of this industry becomes very highly sensitive, like weather conditions and rain. It is also a factor that when we analyze this factor, we will have to give our attention to productivity itself. So far as the demand is concerned, it has become sensitive. Apart from the support we have from many quarters, the big support we are promised has to be analyzed. We will have to see how the various surpluses are graded and how much saving is possible. At the same time, although there is a creation of savings and there has been savings, they were not able to plow back into the industry.